Hi, everybody. I am so sorry it's been a while. I am just trying to adjust to a new schedule, and behavioral is not easy work. And so, it's kicked my butt a little bit. So I do apologize that I haven't been on as often as I should be. Straight up. Not as often as I want to be, as often as I should be. So hope everybody's been having some good days, some happy times. I do have some messages coming through already. I tuned in right when I was coming on. The first thing I heard, well, two things at the same time, was declutter. Spirit is saying it is a really good time to declutter. And I've been told to do that myself. So I've literally gone through so many things. I've taken already, I think, 2 or 3 loads to the thrift store, and just getting rid of stuff that we just simply is just taking up space. I just felt kind of suffocated by it all. So that is definitely coming through. Time to declutter. And then I also heard the song Changes by Black Sabbath, right? Changes. So that tells me we're going through changes. Now, this song was presented to me during the work that I was doing that I've talked about several times on my channel this last year. It was very tiring. It took everything that I had. Sorry about the sirens. Perfect timing, huh? It took everything that I had to get through it. Like, it did, and I didn't understand it all, and I wanted to quit several times over. And things would get heavy. Like I said, I had to go through and experience a lot as well, as most of the world has. But Sandalphon would send me music, and this was one of the first songs that I had gotten from him, was that We're Going Through Changes by Black Sabbath. It's a really good song, and that's coming up right now for the collective, like in a big way, like I can hear it, like it's amplified, which tells me that there's big changes coming, okay, which we've been saying forever, and everybody's like, yeah, whatever, right? I'm in the same boat, like, yeah, okay, well, we've talked about the changes. That's why I'm like, okay, I'm kind of done. I'm moving on now. Spirit, you've had me talk about all these changes, and then nothing's happened. Like, I've straight had that conversation. And then I get the message of, why do you doubt yourself, first of all? And then I also hear a lot of, they're still happening. It's still very real, and it's occurring piece by piece. So I also heard Australia is investigating the virus and where it was created, and the fact that it was possibly created in a lab. So that happened. That was on one of the things that I watched. It was coming out of Australia. So that was cool. Starting to investigate that, and I've talked about that for a long time. Many people have, right? So there are things going on. Everything has to happen in pieces. If everything went too fast, I think it would probably explode the mentality of the collective. So whatever, as frustrating as things can be, I work in a place where I'm watching everybody get vaccinated, and now all of a sudden everybody's getting sick. Coincidence? I don't know. But it's really, I'm doing my best to detach from that reality and be there for what my purpose is there to be. And it's a difficult time that we're living in. That's how I feel. No matter what side of the coin you're on, it's difficult, it's weird, it's strange, and we're all going through changes, right? And so it's super important to just be mindful of that. And be kind to each other. I don't know why everybody jumps to judgment, but they do. And so that's, again, still kind of coming up in the collective. Morning coffee. I'm sneaking this in before I go to work. So yeah, that's part of the message coming through channeled wise. Gabriel is stepping forward, and This is interesting. So I can see him. It's almost like he's just like stepping down from the sky, and he's holding a scroll. And it's this beautiful, it's kind of translucent scroll, so I don't see what's on it. I'm looking at it like the backside. And again, it's a little bit about writing the future, right? We are in time writing the future, like in moments in time we are writing the future. So again, be mindful of your thoughts. Wondering why else he's stepping forward. Gabriel is kind of what I call like God's right-hand man, right? Very biblical to me. He's just very, to me, his essence is very biblical. Okay, and then I did just hear change in tides. Whatever that means. I just heard change in tides, Gabriel, and he's holding the scroll. But he's writing. It's like he's writing on this scroll. It's very interesting. Akashic records. Not quite sure. It's not quite clear. All right, so let's move on. What do the cards have to say for the collective today? I heard hang in there. Be at peace in your soul. Decluttering is key, but not only with your physical stuff, this is emotional as well. Super important to declutter emotionally, mentally. Clear your mental space. Do a mental check. Where is my mental space? Where do I think most often at? Are my thoughts most often happy? Are my thoughts most often sad? Are my thoughts most often based in fear? You know, and this is for me as well as the collective. It's time for us to do a mental check, physical check, emotional check, and our space check. And then declutter. Do things that we need to do they're saying to decalcify our internal and external environments, including our mind space. Biggest message right now. And we are going through changes. Sacral chakra, and that's what I need to do next, isn't it, you guys? I got behind on my videos again. I did the root chakra, and I said I was going to do sacral chakra. So no coincidence this is coming up. Thank you, camera, for working with me. Are you awake now? Are you awake, camera? Is it a little early for you? Get over it. And then number 2, so I'm hearing balance here, balance, and then I'm also hearing self-love. Balance, and super important to have self-love, but self-nourishment on a whole new level. Okay, time to really nourish your soul. No matter what you're doing, no matter where you are in this world, no matter what's going on around you, focus on what we can control. That's what I'm hearing, not on what we can't control. Okay. Like the nectar. So with the orange here, I'm seeing the nectar from a tree. Like the nectar. Nectar is intended to help seal and heal and comfort its own soul. Okay, and so that's what's coming through here. Make sure you are doing that, and I will get on my sacral chakra video. That couldn't be more of a smack in the face for me. Okay. All right, let's see what else they have to say. Be in the moment. Oh my gosh, and then another 2, you guys. Another 2. More balance, more unity, and spiritual union. Spiritual union. And then I'm hearing 1 is the loneliest number, right? Like that song I'm not singing this morning. It's a little too early for me. It's like that song, 1 is the loneliest number. 2 is just it's a little better, right? So, but I'm hearing spiritual union. So there's going to be unity. There's going to be coming togetherness, I'm hearing. So this is not just relationship space. This is on the collective. This is, I'm hearing more of an elimination of the divide as well. Okay, and so we're going to have a spiritual unity, spiritual union, spiritual reunion, spiritual unitedness. All is one, right? One is all. We are all connected. We all affect each other, and this is going to be coming together more and more. It's healing. That's what I'm hearing here as well. And this also does go down to relationships too, they're saying in this card. So some of you are going to be growing with your loved ones as well as meeting your partner very soon. Very nice. One more of these for the collective, for what's coming on forward for you and the energy within the next coming days. I'm also hearing transparency is the key. So avoid, for some reason, if this resonates for you, it's for you. Avoid things that are not transparent. If they're not transparent, there is a reason. Okay. And then base chakra. Stay rooted, stay grounded. Stay united with who you are is what I'm hearing in this one, okay? Don't deviate from who you are, no matter what's going on around you, especially in the coming of days. I'm hearing ascension with this one as well. So further ascension for the unity of the collective is what I'm hearing. And be mindful. It's no coincidence the base and the sacral are coming up in this one, okay? And then I started with the base chakra, and now I'm going into the sacral chakra, which I'm going to get right on. But everything in divine timing, right? I can be mad at myself for not doing things when I was thinking I was supposed to, but maybe it wasn't meant until now, which is why the card came out now. Okay, so be mindful, again, of your surroundings. That's what I'm hearing. This is about being mindful of your surroundings, knowing who you are, knowing where to stand in your truths no matter what. And just hold your baseline is what I'm hearing as well. Hold your baseline and you will be just fine. Hold your baseline and you will be just fine. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now I'm going to do one of my spellcasters oracle cards. So it really does go with the channeled message too, doesn't it? And then we also have 221. I love that. You know, we're going through changes, right? And declutter. It's important to declutter on every aspect of self, okay? And then be aware of your baseline. Stay rooted and grounded. Be aware of your baseline. But how can you be aware of your baseline if you don't declutter? Okay, so super important. This one came up again not too long ago. And I haven't pulled this one from this deck yet. This is a brand new deck. But this card's very interesting to me again. So beauty, I'm hearing the double faces of beauty. There's two sides of beauty. Pay attention to which one you focus on. You notice how she's not, so I've done this myself recently, okay? Working at home this last year. It changed me physically, and I don't like it. And so I've looked at them like, ah! And I know how to, you know, do what I need to do, so I am. But, you know, that goes with this, what I'm hearing in this message, too. It's like, look at how her body is not like that stick figure beauty, right? Like, is mostly depicted everywhere you look. Just that perfect body. And she is very curvy, right? Look at these. She's very curvy. She's very voluptuous. She's very, right? And she's being forced to separate that other side, right? Like being forced to detach from that other side, that expectation of beauty. That's what I'm hearing here. There's like this expectation of beauty that is not built in reality. It's not built in genuineness is the word that I'm hearing here as well. So be mindful which side of beauty you focus on. That goes with that saying, beauty is only skin deep. What does that mean? We change, we get older. I'm getting older. We all get older, we all change, right? Like, and we do. Oh, and I just realized today's date, 4/20/2021. Interesting. Happy 4/20 to those of you that matters to. But anyways, so back to beauty, right? Be mindful. It's hard to focus on what true beauty is when when society has a different reflection of beauty. And so that's what I'm hearing here too. It's about the reflection of beauty. There's always this reflection being reflected back at you. So be mindful which one you pay attention to. That's what I'm hearing here. And I really like this message a lot. Be mindful of which reflection of beauty you're paying attention to, because it might not be based in that reality of what beauty really is, right? What is beauty? Beauty is feeling joy in our own skin. Beauty is allowing our light to shine, because beauty really truly does come from within, right? It really does. The most beautiful people in the world can have the most darkest of heart. They're the ones sometimes, not all the time, but it can be sometimes, where the most beautiful people in the world are the ones who just might tear you to pieces in your sleep. Right? So be mindful of what you consider beauty. Be mindful of the reflection of beauty that you're looking back at and paying attention to. And be open to spiritual union on many levels, individual and as a collective. Keep your baseline in check, but declutter, 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 declutter. Okay? And love yourself right now. Super important. Focus. So I'm also hearing there's a little bit of a message I may have missed about love. Is that it's super, and this kind of goes with this too, right? It's like, which version of love are you paying attention to? The shallow version that we were all, our society was built on, or true love? What is true love? Just like what is true beauty? What reflection of love are you looking back at? And what reflection of beauty are you paying attention to? 2, 3. Okay, I heard 3 from this deck. So this one's my fairy deck. Very beautiful. My goodness me. And the threes, the threes, the threes. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. I love these cards. Okay, so I'm going to show you in the order in which they were received. I make myself laugh. I gotta hurry. I gotta get ready for work. The first one was Shaman 23 is the number. Okay, again, another number 2, and now we have a number 3. This one is about owning your magic, owning your connections. What are your connections? Pay attention to the shaman within. Pay attention to the natural healing abilities in the nature around you is what I'm hearing in this one. Within the animals, within our plant life, within just the dirt, even the dirt. Look at this. I'm really drawn to that as well. So everything has power, everything has abilities that were just in layers that we have become accustomed to ignore. All of our answers and needs can be answered in the world in which houses and encases us. Okay, and that's what I'm hearing here in this card. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful card. Then we have number 33, Fire Dance. Okay, and so I'm hearing, with this one, I'm hearing an up level within spiritual awareness and connection and ability and power coming into your own on a collective level. So we are going to be up leveling excuse me, within our, like, who are we? I'm hearing, right? Like dancing with this whole new energy, dancing with this whole new light, coming into our essence, our true essence of all of who we are, right? And allowing our sun to shine like ways that it never has before, I'm hearing as well. So there's going to be like new opportunity, new ways, changes. So this is also going with that song, we're going through changes. All of that is coming through and coming up for the collective. Okay, so and then last but not least, number 3, of course, Bad dragon. The synchronicities within the card, you guys, are insane today. Just absolutely insane. 3 is my power number. A lot of the things I do in threes. And so 3 is just a very significant, powerful number. That is why they tried to turn it into a bad number. It also houses a lot of just goddess connection, goddess energy, goddess light. Okay, and so that's coming through here in this message in a big way. We have so much power that we're going to be stepping into the goddess light. I just saw 222 as I said that to you guys. We're going to all be stepping into our power. Okay. And so with this card, it's interesting that message is coming through when I hold this card out for you guys, because this card, Bad Dragon, kind of represents to me like the shadow side, right? But it's like, be careful what you reprimand, right? This card is interesting to me. Don't be shameful. That's what I'm hearing here. Don't stand in shame. Be mindful of being on the lighter side of shame, okay? Don't be in judgment. We all do things for a reason, so let's make sure we try to shine light into that bad dragon, right? Instead of there's something about her scolding him, just pointing at him. Be careful of belittlement. Just stand in your power, and allow what may to be what may, and shine light into that bad dragon. That's what I'm hearing here. Don't make their karma your karma. He looks so sad. That's what I'm seeing here. That poor dragon. He just looks so sad. He's like, I didn't mean to. Maybe I didn't know. That's what I'm hearing here. And I don't know why. It's very interesting. So that's a very interesting card. Whatever that represents coming forward. Be mindful of that, okay? Be weary of the shadow side. What do we do with the shadow side again? We shine love into it. Okay, so let's make sure we do that. Right, and that's including into ourselves too. Like, oh, I did something I don't like. I'm a horrible person. I feel like that's in here too. And it's like, be mindful of that as well. Okay. Oh no. It's just, let's just shine love and light and learn and grow and move on. But unitedly, based in our baseline. Okay. And being aware that everything we need is in the nature, is in our surroundings. Okay, we all have everything we need within us and around us. And so much power and so much strength that is purposeful, purposely divided and purposely united. Okay, so be aware of those as well. So much love to all of you. What a beautiful message. Let's see what's coming forward with it. Stay in love and light, and I will be, hopefully, let's cross our fingers, doing the sacral meditation very soon. So much love. Bye.